So the next formal element that we're going to look at is form. Now form is where you take a 2D shape that can be geometric or freeform and you apply tone to it to make it look 3D. So I'll start off with something simple, a circle. Now these are quite tricky to draw, so remember, just sketch it just to get your shape nice and accurate. There we go, I'm quite happy with that. So it is just sketchy for now. To make something look 3D, we need a light source. So I'm going to pretend that the light is coming from up here. And I'm going to have my light source here. So if the light is here, and I've just lightly sketched that, if the light is here, then this is going to be really dark at the bottom. I'm not going to shade it all at once. I'm going to do a little section at a time, and I am going to curve my shading because it's a 3D round object. So just a little bit at a time, and our shading, the direction of our shading, it always follows that outside edge of the shape. You can turn your paper if you want to as you're shading, just to get it nice and comfortable for your hand. So I'm going from dark at the bottom to light the further I come in. And then I'm just going to overlap all that shading just to get rid of any white gaps. If you bring your darkness in too far, just use a rubber to take it back out. And sometimes I will use a blender just on the lightest areas, not everywhere. Just where it's so light that it gets a little bit tricky using the pencil. I'm not using the blender in those dark areas because otherwise I lose my detail and I just end up with a big smudge. And there we go, I'm quite happy with that form. Now, the next one, and you can start going into some of your, some of the 3D forms that you know. So the next one I'm going to have a go at is a cone. So I'm just going to start off with a triangle, so that 2D shape. The only difference here is that the bottom of it is going to be rounded, it's not going to be flat. I'm going to pretend again that my light is coming from here, so that's going to be a light tone there, and as it wraps round it's going to get darker. Now we're not shading, just side to side, because the bottom of the shape is round. If I want this to look like a 3D form, then I'm going to have to curve my shading again. So I'm just going to start off on that outer edge with a dark tone. And it is going to be parallel to that bottom. So we're doing a gradient wrapping around the cone. Again, I'm just going to use the blender. I'm not going to take it the whole way around the farm. Just a little bit. I'm quite happy with that. So the next farm is going to be a cube. I might just have to lower that a little bit. So the sides of your cube should be parallel. So this should be parallel to this, which is parallel to this, and likewise. So I'm going to pretend that my light source has come from over here. So over this side is going to be really dark. This side's probably going to be medium. And then on top, I might just use my blender for a little bit of tone. There we go, I have a 3D cube. So the next one that I'm going to try is a cylinder. So if my light source is coming from over here, it is going to be dark on this side. My curving is going to follow the bottom of the shape. And there we go. There we go, I've got 4 different farms. If you can think of any other different farms, please add them